Hello, welcome to today's Sales Insight. I'm Paul Martinelli. Surprisingly, most salespeople can't answer this one simple question. And I believe not knowing the answer to it is why most people get average results. Here's the question. What problem does your offering solve? What problem does your offering solve? See, many salespeople kind of master the ability to describe their product's features and benefits. But when asked the question, what does that mean to your prospect? What does it mean to your prospect? They end up having kind of a deer in the headlights moment, right? So let's say that the feature is that you have videos online and that the prospect has access to them 24 hours a day. And the benefit is that they can watch on demand. Okay, that's great. But what does that mean to your client? Like, what problem does having 24 access and being able to watch it on demand, what problem does that really solve for them? See, if you can't answer this, then you can't use the power of knowing the answer to help your prospect see its real value. And in the absence of value, then all that matters is price. I think it's why salespeople think and get caught up in their head thinking that, all the client cares about is price. Of course, that's all they care about. If all you is offering is just a commodity like sugar, wheat, or corn. See, what's the value of what you offer? The answer to that is found in the answer to what problem do you solve? And what does that mean to your prospect? See, the quickest way to discover the problem you solve and the value it brings to your prospect is by playing a game called QBQ. That's what I call it, QBQ, the question behind the question. And the real answers are usually 4 or 5 levels deeper than the surface answer that's kind of in our conscious mind, or certainly deeper than what you would rattle off as features and benefits. So what's the problem you solve and the value it brings? Maybe at first, the only thing you can think of is the feature and benefit, right? So it's on-demand access to the portal. Well, that's great. What will I then be, do, or have of value to me as your buyer that helps me solve my problem? Well, maybe it's you'll have the freedom to access resources when you want, giving you control of your schedule and when and what you want to learn. Fantastic, great. What problem does that solve? And how does that value me? What value does that give me? And maybe you think, well, it allows you to target your learning to more specific challenges or circumstances. It saves you time from kind of hunting around to find your answer. Okay, great. So what problem does that solve? And what value does that bring to me? Well, it helps you be more prepared. If you're more prepared, you're more confident. And you're more confident and self-assured for future situations. And it allows you to focus on other things that you can bring more value to the table. Great. Now what problem does that solve? What value does that bring me? See, as you can see, by playing the QBQ game with yourself, it forces you to go deeper into the value that you bring and the problems that you solve. It moves you beyond the features and benefits and gets to the heart of what the prospect really wants. What does it mean to them? What your prospect cares about most is themselves and their agenda. Just listing features and benefits either misses the mark or forces the client to connect the dots themselves, which they rarely do. So what do? They drop down to price being the main thing that matters. Remember, experience is your best teacher. Take some time to play the QBQ game with yourself and see what you discover just below the surface of your conscious awareness. I bet you find a gold mine. I'll see you tomorrow.